Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 22. It says, for Yahweh is our judge. Yahweh is our lawgiver. Yahweh is our king. He will save us. All right, before I go any further, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Baha Rakak Wadash, which is the Paleo Hebrew, for the name of the Heavenly Father being Yahweh, and that of His Son being Yahweh Shai. All right, the only names in which salvation could be obtained, whether you can receive it or not. Double honors be unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Great Millstone, who through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai rule all of the nation of Israel well today. Once again, whether you can receive that or not, and peace, love, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect of the house of Israel who are pushing this truth in truth and sincerity and in charity and in faith. All right, and this is going to be a continuation on the Kingdom of Heaven series that I'm doing through the Spirit, man. And Lord willing, it be edifying and comforting and exhorting unto the elect, man. Those that are pushing, all right? A reminder to stay kingdom-minded, man. We're almost there, all right? Just like you saw in the video, you know, I was watching a cartoon with my kids. And, you know, I saw that song come up, you know, and I found it to be really spiritual. You know, of course, they, you know, push in a little worldly vibration, you know, push in a little bit of disorder and what have you, you know, this being Babylon's kingdom, you know. But, you know, with that being said, man, you know, it kind of stood out that part. You know, we're almost there, man. And, you know, we got to continue pushing, keeping our eyes on the prize and staying faithful in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. Death is beginning to pour out all around us. You know, I don't know about, you know, brothers listening, but me particularly myself, man, I've been noticing it more frequent. Okay, and it's gonna happen more and more frequent, and it's gonna get to the point, man, where, you know, we're gonna be, you know, only relying on our faith to get us through, man. All right, but, you know, that's what we got to remember, to stay faithful, man, and you know, let our works carry us through, man. If your works are wicked, then, you know, you're gonna have a hard time in those days, man. All right, but anyway, Salakia, staying on the topic, you know, that verse 22, man. Yahweh is gonna save us, man. Yahweh is gonna save us through Yahweh Shai. All right, but anyway, let me jump up to verse 20. It says, look upon Zion, the city of solemn nights. Thine eye shall see Jerusalem a quiet habitation. Right, there's gonna be a point, man, where we're gonna be at peace. Though we're grinding, we're suffering. All right, we're you know, being brought low, being, you know, having to take you know, being pushed you know, to and fro by Esau, you know, having the doctors, you know, attack us in certain ways, and, you know, being attacked both spiritually and carnally, man. You know, everything we see, you know, trying to tickle your flesh and get you to go astray from the spirit. Okay, there's going to be a point, man, where there will be peace. It will be quiet. You won't be hearing no more screaming and honking horns and police sirens, and there ain't going to be no need for any of that in the kingdom, man, because, you know, the heathens will be beaten into subjection, man. The Israelites will reign, and the nations will have to fall in line behind them, all right, or beneath them. All right, but anyway, going on, it says, a tabernacle that shall not be taken down, not one of the stakes thereof shall ever be removed, neither shall any of the cords thereof be broken. Now, what's it talking about? A tabernacle, you know, going back to a tent. Okay, it will never be removed. It will never, you know, just like you go, you know, if you go camping, you know, you're going to set up your tent, and it's only a temporary thing. You know, you're only setting it up for, you know, the day, maybe a couple days, you know, maybe a week, who knows, man. But this tabernacle will never be moved, man. The kingdom of heaven is gonna be in its rulership forever, man. The war to end all wars, the last ion, the last rulership, man. Okay, and ultimately Yahweh Shai is going to reign with his elect, because that which is corruptible cannot inherit incorruption, as the scriptures say, man. All right, Salakia. Oh man, see, man, there's going to be a point where it's quiet. No more of that stuff, man. You know, got you know, work bothering you, and, you know, we ain't gonna have to be dealing with that shit, man. But anyway, going on, it says, verse 21, but there the glorious Yahweh will be unto us a place of broad rivers. All right, now what's that sound like? A place of broad rivers and streams, wherein shall go no galley with oars, neither shall a gallant ship pass thereby. All right, let's now I want to grab this precept out of a book of John. This is John 7:38. It reads, he that believeth on me, as the scriptures had said, right? So, going back to the scripture that says, this is not my gospel. This is not my own gospel. This is the gospel of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. This is not our message. Okay? I mean, we co-signed to it, man. The Spirit quickened it, and we are, part of this body, but we didn't come up with this thing, man. All right? We didn't just, all of a sudden one day wake up and, start, going out there and spewing, our own opinion. All right? We're pushing the gospel of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. Okay? So as the scriptures have said, all right, going on, it says, out of his belly shall flow forth the rivers of living water. Right? The rivers of living water, man. So life is returning back unto the house of Israel, man. Life is returning back unto the house of Israel, which in turn will shed life and light on the entire planet Earth, man. Everything is in need of salvation as we see it, man. You even got Edomites who are being oppressed by their own people, man. All right, so we're almost there, man. We're almost there. Stay in the spirit and stay kingdom minded, man. Going on, verse 22, it says, for Yahweh is our judge, and Yahweh is our lawgiver, and Yahweh is our king. He will save us, right? He will save us, not nothing else, not no alcohol, not no gun, not no gym water muscles. All right, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is our deliverer, man. Verse 23, it says, the tacklings are loosed. They could not well strengthen their masts. They could not spread the sail. Then is the prey of a great spoil divided. The lame take the prey, and the inhabitant shall not say, I am sick. The people that dwell therein shall be forgiven for their iniquity. Right? You ain't gonna have no more sicknesses. You ain't gonna have none of that stuff, man. Because why? Because the house of Israel will be forgiven, man. All right, beginning with the elect. All right, the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven, man. And then the rest, their repentance or their forgiveness is going to come via thermonuclear missiles, man. All right, thermonuclear missiles, famine, all this different stuff, man. So that's why we got to, continue pushing and pray that we're not part of that number, and just keep in mind that we're almost there, man. We're almost there. We're almost to the point where you ain't going to have to be in fear of being sick. You ain't going to have to be worrying about these doctors trying to give you these medications that make you even more sick, messing up different organs in your body. Okay? We ain't going to have to worry about this shit, man. You ain't going to have to worry about death and having to purchase a casket and purchase land that Esau done stole and trying to, leaving your debts to your children, and you ain't gonna have all these worldly worries, man. All right, let me go ahead and jump to another precept here. This is Isaiah 9:1. It says, nevertheless, the dimness shall not be such as was in her vexation, when at the first he lightly afflicted the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, and afterward did more grievously afflict her by the way of the sea beyond the Jordan, in Galilee of the nations. Speaking about these curses, man, bringing us to the point where, we're singing about these songs about, imagining what the kingdom might be like, saying we're almost there, working hard, striving for pennies, man. Anytime you see a Jake that has anything, man, he done made a Edomite 1,000 times richer, man. Okay, Micah 2:10. This ain't our rest, man. This ain't our rest. This ain't our habitation of peace, man. Even if you make it to what you see as the top, say you're a chef, you get some top chef position, you still ain't gonna have peace, man. If anything, your life is gonna be worse than it was before you were at that top position, man. At least you can go and just listen to some orders and get your day going, get your day done. Now you gotta worry about all this stress, because if you fuck up, you're messing up Esau's pockets, man. They're going to replace you quicker than anything, man. Anyway, verse 3, it says, Salakia, verse 2, it says, the people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath a great light shined. Right, this is the land of the valley of the shadow of death, man. Everything is dark. Job 9:24, the wicked beareth rule. Okay, so if the wicked bear rule, then everywhere has been made dark, man. All right, and who's being that chief place? What are we wearing? Pants or komodos? What language is the main spoken language here? Okay, you know, you got to ask yourself these questions, man. Okay, who began legalizing homosexuality? Who began publicizing it? Okay, who began pushing household disorder? All this stuff goes back to America, man. Okay, which has then turned that darkness upon the entire planet Earth, man. Okay, and now there's a light being shined, man. And where you're seeing that light is out on the highways and the byways, the chief place of concourse. All right, verse 3. It says, thou hast multiplied the nation and not increased the joy. They joy before thee according to the joy in harvest, as men rejoice when they divide spoil. That's right, man. We're going to be having a forever party, man. And that day we're going to be having that Hezekiah Passover, man. All right. And that day we're going to be having that the joy and continuously rejoicement, man. This ain't the place for that. As it is written, there's a time to laugh and a time to mourn, a time for peace and a time for war. This is the time for war, man. This is the time for mourning, man. All right, but we got to remember how close we are to the time of peace, how close we are to the time of joy, the time of laughter. Okay, we're gonna be. This is gonna be us, man. This is our story. Isaiah is describing what he had seen. Us, the nation of Israel, the hopeful elect. All right, the elect is what he saw, but us being the hopeful elect. All right, we've been called. Now we're seeking to be chosen. All right, he saw us doing these things, man. Thou hast multiplied the nation and not increased the joy. They joy before thee according to the joy of the harvest, and as men rejoice when they divide the spoil. For thou hast broken the yoke of his burden and the staff of his shoulder and the rod of his oppressor. Right, the rod of his oppressor, man. So you may have this little joy right now on this side, but it ain't nothing compared to what it's gonna be as it goes on, according to the joy in the harvest, as when men divide the spoil. Okay, but now there ain't no joy that's been increased, man. Okay, and the word fun in itself means distraction. Distraction from what? Distraction from this bullshit, man. Esau puts all these little bread and circuses before you. Oh, go to do golf cart racing, or this or that. Go to Elitch's, all these different little things they put up to keep the simple entertained. Because if you're not entertained, then you ain't gonna you ain't gonna have no distractions. And if you don't have no distractions, your eyes are gonna constantly be on the upside downness and the usury of this world, man. All right, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with the burning and fuel of fire. Right, now what is it getting into? It's getting into the destruction of this place, man. In order for there to be joy, there first must have to be sorrow. All right, in order for there to be peace, there has to be war. Okay, and this war is going to be fought with the burning and fuel of fire. Their ancient fights, their ancient wars would be with garments rolled in blood and confused noise. And actually, what it's referring to goes back to the book of the Kings, when they went and they blew the trumpets, the shofars, around a camp, and the camp got up that they were getting ready to attack, and they were so confused they were attacking each other, killing each other, man. So that's how those ancient wars were fought, with swords, confusion, stabbing your own people. But this one's going to be with thermonuclear missiles, man. ICBMs, 200 million coming to America, man. All right, verse 6, it says, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace, which are all titles. Okay, verse 7, of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end. There shall be no end of the peace of his government, man, because in that time we're gonna be rejoicing. Okay. Thou hast multiplied the nation and not increased the joy. Why? Because we're getting ready for this time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, we're under these curses, but soon it's going to be as it continues. All right, they joy before thee as in the harvest, and as men divide the spoil, man. Because why? Because just as it said, and of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end. All right, there will be no end of peace, man. There will be the increase of his government, man. There's a governing body being established as we speak to reign in the kingdom of heaven, man, to rejoice in the kingdom of heaven. All right, upon the throne of David and upon the kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth forever and ever. The zeal of Yahweh of armies will perform this. Yahweh sent a word unto Jacob, and it hath lighted upon Israel. Right? It hath lighted upon Israel, man. Okay, so you see, man, this joy is coming our way. All right, we're almost there. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close it up. Lord willing, it was edifying, and yeah, man, we're almost there. All right, our joy, a little bit of joy you might have on this side, man. It doesn't even begin to compare to the joy and the rejoicing that we're gonna have during the time of the harvest, man. That we're gonna have during the time of the true, when true order is established back on the planet Earth, man. All right, and it's gonna, like I said, man, you're gonna have the animals, insects, everything, plants gonna be rejoicing, man, because this devil is destroyed, man, and because we'll be there, man. All these trials and tribulations, we will have finally made it. All right, so just remember, man, it ain't for naught. All right, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. All right, as written of in the book of James, the first chapter. Say, call Allah, Yahweh, Shem Shai, Shem Kakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles, and peace, love, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Shalom.